Hello everyone, nubkeks here, welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video we're going to be pulling shards, though it's going to take a few minutes to get to that. You know, people get upset, but we've got a lot to talk about because the Lunar Deck of Fate event has gone live here for 2024. This is the one that will give you a guaranteed 100 fragments for Fatalis Blademaster, limited edition Monster Hunter champion. And can I just say one thought right at the start is I think certainly something that I am doing is I'm going pretty hard for these Hunter champions because they're limited edition, and that's a this could be digging my own grave here in the sense, or being part of the thousands, millions, hundreds of thousands, however many players there are that are all part of this, right? Being one part of the many that we are potentially digging our grave to having more limited edition champions coming to the game, something which, generally speaking, don't like, but I would say probably this Monster Hunter thing seems to me fairly successful for them. I don't know, so I'm worried about that for sure. Anyway, let's throw that out at this. We got lots of things to be worried about today. Anyway, we've got his fragments in there. The other stuff for flipping the cards. This is the painful one. Lunar points 50 are in there. So certainly for me, I need those 50 lunar points. I need every single lunar point remaining in this Titan event, and that will get me exactly the amount of points I need for the 5-star soul for Zenogre. I have skipped all of my skippable points already. I mean, maybe there's 10 in the difference, but I haven't, I could go back and work it out really carefully, but I think as a basic rule, I need everything. And I think that's probably worth it, right? Why go 99% of the way and get no soul, where I can get a 5-star soul? 5-star soul is a bunch of stats for a champion, and I don't think it makes a massive difference for Zenogre Blademaster. You're almost definitely running her with Phantom Touch anyway, because she's a real Fire Knight focused champion. But with the Blessing rebalance coming this week, that opens up, it's making blessings just sort of generally more powerful and much more flexible. So a soul can make a big difference. And yeah, like, she might not be usable for me without a soul, but with a soul, maybe. So there's questions there for sure. Anyway, the rest of this stuff, fairly underwhelming. And 3 mortals is tiny, but it's okay. A legendary book is decent. 5-star chicken. XP barrel is nice, and an immortal soulstone is nice. Go away. Don't sell me stuff. Go away. And then, of course, you got the Fate chest system. This is where the juicier rewards are, but it's very random. Usually in these events, I do get a few green ones and maybe a blue one. Of course, you get a bag. I could just walk away with some 4-star chickens, which are kind of useless for me. But hey, we'll see. You might get something, and there's an element of fun there. It's not a reliable way to get rewards, and you wouldn't want to go for this. Maybe some people find it more frustrating. For me, I kind of go in expecting nothing, and when you get a chest, it's kind of like a fun bonus. That's how I look at it. But yeah, again, that's more up for debate. Now, this is where things get spicy. So obviously, you can get points for this, for getting artifacts and accessories, which is dungeon diver. So for example, getting artifacts and accessories. It sounds simple enough, but you say, Nubs, I got some artifacts and accessories from like an arena weekly quest. I got some from the forge. I didn't have them before. I got them. I would say yes. Yes, as a native English speaker, you are 100% correct. But in terms of game logic, unfortunately, no. You only get these points from dungeons or campaign. So yeah, that's the whole thing. So there you go. This is a little bit of points. You're going to pick up some. And now, because we got progressive chance events on, we'll talk about that. You might want to be really pulling more of your shards and not leaning too much on Dungeon Divers. Sort of my theory here is that I'm going to leave a chunk of points up for Dungeon Divers. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head how many I'm going to get. And then I'll pull a few shards, maybe off screen, or maybe I'll record them anyway. I'll probably record them anyway and stick them into another video. We're going to pull most of the shards today, and then leave a little bit of a gap for Dungeon Divers, and also a bit of a gap for, potentially we get all the Fatalis and Lunar Point fragments and all that stuff. We get all that stuff without needing to pull every single card. So gonna leave a little bit of a gap, but need to be prepared to have enough points. Need to make sure I've got enough points to flip everything. Because again, flipping, let's say 85% of the cards and not getting these big rewards, at that point I should have either flipped 0, or again, should have had enough points to flip them all. There's 0 point in not being able to go the whole way and getting sucked in and falling short halfway through. Anyway, here's the big kicker, guys. Look at the points for shards. This is worse. Big shout out to this video from Odd One Gaming. We're going to use as a reference. This was the Kaja Deck of Fate for Kaja the Rai. Sacreds were 2,000. Primals were 800. Voids 350. Ancients 130. Mysteries 1. We jump into Fatalis. The points have, I think, roughly across the board gone down by 20%. But that has a big impact. It means you need 25% more shards. So if we look at Sacreds at 1,600 now, with Kaja, you could max this out with 20 Sacreds. To max it out with 20 with Sacreds for this one, you need 25. Okay, you need 25% more. Maybe that's confusing. You need 25 versus 25% more. You need a lot more. I've actually been doing a bunch of maths here today, just working out the basics. But you got 40 cards to flip at 1,000 points each. Is 40,000 points. With 1,600 per sacred, you will need 25. To do it with primals at 650 per, you would need 61.5. With voids, you would need 145.5, which makes him to date the most expensive by a significant chunk. Void guaranteed, if you were to look at it this way. Ancients, you need 364, and then mysteries, they really don't want you to use mysteries clearly for this event, 40,000. So what I'm thinking of doing, I actually have 16 sacreds right now. I have 25,000 points. I still need 14,000. So worst case scenario, I can do this with all of my sacreds and 131 ancients, and that is probably what I would do. I would not pull voids for this event if I could help it. Certainly, we'll talk about this in a second, but preparing for the fusion coming up. Personally, I would probably avoid voids, and I don't think there's good void champions in the progressive chance event either. But yeah, I think today I might start off. So this is where I'm at. Another thing I'm considering with my Mercy, I'm nowhere near Ancient Mercy, and I'm also nowhere near Sacred Mercy. So I figure we'll aim to pull probably around 12 Sacreds, but we'll probably pull until we get a Legendary. And we'll see. Maybe we go the full 16 and get nothing, or what? Or maybe we hit a legendary at 10. I'm not sure. So probably pull 10 plus sacreds, stopping probably soon after getting a legendary, if it's late. And yeah, then maybe try fill in with ancients, because for me, I actually do have an absolutely ton of ancients, which is great, but not much in terms of sacreds. That's probably what that is what I'm gonna do. That's my plan. For the fusion, we've got an upcoming fusion. It's going to start on Thursday. White Queen Ancora. She's a Knight Revenant fusion. And she looks like a really strong fusion. She's got a very strong single target revive with full CD resets and 75% turn meter, which is very powerful. So I think she's definitely one you want to get for sure. It's going to be starting with a summon rush this weekend. So you're going to need basically, you know, voids or sacreds, probably pretty much, to do that summon rush comfortably. So that is tough, and that's not far away. On top of that, there's going to be a 2x event for her the following weekend, which you can certainly do with just ancients. That's a really good strategy. It's likely to be either 2x ancients or maybe more likely 2x voids. So yeah, again, you might want to save those. For me, what I'm going to try to do is something, because I used up all my fragments. I'm actually going to start trying to save up these rares, right? Like I'm missing this guy, Rock Beast, unfortunately. But I'm going to try save up these things and actually get a bunch of Relic Keepers and Broadmaws ready to go. Even some bits of I've got this bit of Lady Mikage ready to go, for instance. We'd really be hoping for I Love You, Sinya, and then we could actually get Mikage. Like, we can do some stuff, but I think really leaning on the permanent fusions is going to be important for me now. Something I've realized, right? This is, again, big takeaway from this, is that these events between fusions are becoming massive. As big as, if not bigger than, the regular fusions. So now you've got a constant stream of big events, Titan events, fusions, Heroes Path, guaranteed. There's all really good rewards in these like mainline events. Like, I'm gonna run out of shards, and I've not been doing any of the, you know, pull one legendary, get one free events. I've not been doing any of the random 15x events, like progressive chances around the place. I've only been focusing on these main events for more guaranteed rewards, which I think is the better, safer way to do it, for, you know, low spend, free to play, if you are late enough in the game to have enough stuff. And they're really cranking up the demands to make that tricky. So playing around these permanent fusions is and your fragment summons and all of that, you know, that's something that I've not needed to do in a long time. I've not needed to do that for ages. being endgame. Now, with how things are changing, I am. Let's look at this then. So with our sacreds, let's pull some sacreds. Let's go. These are the champions in here. Let me actually get you the list for the ones tomorrow. Okay, these are all the champion switches tomorrow. That's Tuesday, the 6th of February, tomorrow. These are going to be the ones that are in there. And again, these are, I would say, a good bit weaker. Like Roxam, forget about it. Antra's okay. I think, actually, the other three are okay. I will say. I would say Roxam, no way. Kantra's good. Solid provoker, debuffer for Hydra. Not the best, but she's good. Dracomorph, again, he's really not the best anymore, but he's good. He's sort of decent to have on your account, but not essential. Theodore is definitely the big one here. So Theodore is a strong one to pull for. Ethos and Carolon the Ringer. I'm really not sold on Carolon the Ringer, though he's new, but I'm really not impressed by him at all. I'd say probably Theodore, then Kantra be my preference. Ethos is actually great. I think Ethos is really solid. I like mine a lot. He's the best campaign farmer in the game, which is quite nice for, again, any of these big like hero paths with champion training. He's the best champion to have. He saves you a tiny bit of time every single time. But it sort of adds up over time. He's nice to have. He's great for Curse City and Doom Tower, all of that. He's actually not bad. Again, if you got him like 6-star as well, I've seen some like 6-star crushing Rend Ethos just slamming down in Hydra, where he's got short cooldown AoEs and extra turn mechanics and stuff. He can be pretty decent. So he's cool. Old, but still cool. The epics are... Actually, you've got Aishma and Firegun. Do the epics that are part of the Mikage fusion. Skullcrown and Seer, again, 2 top tier. Seer would be the best, but Skullcrown is also amazing. And then these are both. So you do have good stuff tomorrow. Today, we have, unfortunately, no epics that are part of the thing. And we've got Michinaki, Herndig, Ghostborn, and Lord Genzen, as YST would say. Lord Genzen. Good selection. I say Michinaki is without question the best one. If you don't have Michinaki, or if you only have even one Michinaki, he's definitely the one to go for. Now, I have 2 Michinakis. I could probably use more. He's so strong for Hydra. So that's that. He is the best one, objectively speaking. Herndig is nice to have. I'm actually, for me, going to go with Genzen. I have Herndig, and I have 2 Michinakis. I don't have Ghostborn or Genzen. Ghostborn was really good back in the day for speed farm teams with Seer, but I don't think he's as essential anymore. He's still great to have, but not as essential. Genzen, I think, for Fire Knight hard, especially combined with Lady Mikage, because he's got a triple hit A1, his AoE decreased defense, and he is a Shadowkin, and Lady Mikage's A1 pulls in Shadowkin to ally attack. Genzen's actually quite good for Fire Knight hard. I don't have him. I actually quite want him. So I'm going to go for Genzen for this one. The Voids today is a fairly poor offering, I would say. Again, Madame Ceres and Aboro, they're both okay. Madame Ceres will be better, actually, when the Polymorph nerf goes through. She won't be screwed over by that as much. Aboro is really strong for Hydra. Again, it's a nice combo with Lady Mikage, so I sort of leave those up to you. And then Vlad and Chigor, like Vlad's a solid champion overall, but not really essential anywhere. Chigor, likewise, he's really good for any wave-based stuff. He's very good, potentially, for Sand Devil. You could do some fast teams with Chigor, but they're not 100%. I'd probably go Chigor because Vlad was a previous fusion, and I'd probably go Aboro, to be honest. Unless you're really early game and lacking buff strippers, then I go for that. I'd probably go for that, but it's pretty weak. Like, if I was to pull Voids, I mean, tomorrow's pretty weak as well. Like, I think these events are not great for Voids. Like, I'd maybe pull a few Voids for Seer, chase the Seer if I don't have her, but that's probably about it. I'd be much more leaning towards the other shards. And again, I'd say Michinaki today or Theodore tomorrow will be the big ones. For me, though, on my account, I'm going to go for the Genzen. Let's lock him in here as well, in case I forget. We saw, and I would say that Mistrider Dahi is way better across the board. And I'm not going to pull any of these, but I would do the same thing here. I think, again, for most of you, it would be the Michinaki. So let's go. Let's pull some shards. Let's get it underway. Let's make it happen. Cross your fingers. Here we go. Okay, epic to start things off. I will actually say, while we're talking about this, unfortunately, we can't leave it empty. That would have been ideal almost. I'm really looking for Elisania. Also, I'd really like another one of her just because I've got her 6-star. And I'd really like another Endix. He has a 3-star thing on him, a 3-star awakening. I could sacrifice them to fuse this girl, but I'd prefer to get copies, but absolutely essential is that we get an Alyssania that we just do not have. So she's the big epic I'm hunting for right now. And then, of course, any epics or rares that are going to be part of the permanent fusions. I think that they're more rares and nothing here. Spider, or no, sorry, Fan Cleric looks the same as Spider, don't need him. Fortunately, we're going to probably, be somewhat weighted towards pulling Dahis, which sucks. We've got a Lich. Okay. Part of the wrong permanent fusion, that's the Razin one. Another epic. Got Hellgazer. You fight her in campaign all the time. Go again. We should also talk about, is this event worth doing for most of you? Chancellor Yasmin. Depending on like your shards, it's a tough one. Like I would prioritize the fusion over this hero's path or permanent event, honestly. Especially because, depending on how the testing goes in the test server, this fusion could be amazing. Oh, a Geomancer. Okay, great. Could be amazing, amazing, amazing against. I think we're pulling 3 more and then pausing on the Sacred. Against, Taras Marishka could be quite impactful. Okay, let's go again. A tour. No legendary yet. Now, these are pulled out of Mercy. Masamoto. Okay, and another one. Nothing. All right. I think we'll actually go for 2 more. I think we'll go 12 Sacreds total. Just because like we've not hit a legendary. There it is. There it is. And oh, damn. Okay, Genzen, step aside. Yes, Genzen, you are fantastic for Fire Knight Hard, but you know who is better? Newt. And we just got Newt number 2. That is absolutely huge for the account. Oh my god, that is amazing. This genuinely changes everything. Holy moly. Okay, I did not expect this at all. Hang on here. Let me see. Like if I crack open, like let me tell you, that is absolutely huge. That is huge. That makes it worth it. Hey, even if we were to miss, he's better than most fusions. That's kind of massive. Like I've been on this. This stuff is a bloody nightmare in here. You have to fight Fire Knight hard, and it's like you're relying on counterattack, and like double Newt makes this so easy. Double Newt, and it's so much. It's doable without others, but like 2 Newts makes this so much easier, right? In the Cursed City, and that's Cursed City. It's not even that important. I'll have to level him up quickly. There's not much time left on this, but 5 days. But yeah, we'll be able to take that one down. Don't think Newt's going to help us here. This is very tricky. I'm not even sure. I haven't just had the time to sit down and to actually properly work on all this Cursed City stuff. But let's see. If I jump into the Raid Optimizer, over here, double Newt. I'm very curious now. If I come over to Team Optimizer, yeah, if I go to Fire Knight stage 10 hard, I wonder, is there any double Newt? Okay, there's actually not that much double Newt. Never mind. People are more so running with like the Neldors. Neldor and Creodan. Okay. So maybe it's not super helpful. We'll see when we get Mikage. No double Newts there. If I was to jump to... Well, I'm not sure if they're going to show up. Hopefully they will. Let me see. Spider. Let's see. Spider Hard. Just curious about this. Spider Hard stage 10. That seems weird. Like, as you can see, you don't need double Newt, but he can absolutely come in. I can do it just fine with 1 Newt. Double Newt's a little bit better. So in that dungeon. What else? Where else would he be really potentially good? The big ones would be not these. I'm looking for... Oh my god. Where... Am I just blind, guys? I am, clearly. I'm looking for Sand Devil and Phantom Shogun. You definitely run double Newt. Actually, maybe not on stage 25. Okay, maybe people do it. I guess not. Okay, maybe it's not as impactful as I thought. For stage 24, he'd be good, but I've got a really good stage 25 team. So double Newt would be good there. I guess many people just don't have double Newt. He'd be really good for this stage. And again, you can run double Newt. So this does open it up because, with 2 of them and 1 reset, you can potentially destroy the boss. So this might open up a really big speed farm for me. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. Might need other champions. I don't know. But hey, I'll actually take that. That's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. Okay, great. I'll take it. And 5 Sacreds still left. Again, we might need to pull those anyway. But let's pull, whatever, 80 or 90 Ancients and then see where we're at with this Path event. Again, we'd be really hoping for any of these fusion epics big time. and any of the rares that are going to help us as well with the permanent fusions are things to look for. What we get, nothing here. Again, it's not a 2x. We're expecting like a whole lot of junk bait from the ancients. Not the worst thing to prepare for champ training. Have a bunch of food either. I've really ripped through a lot of mine. Biran, she's okay. AoE decreased defense. Not the worst thing to have. Go again. Could be handy in some Cursed City or like Sylvan Watcher stages. Not Sylvan. Shadowkin. So with Michinaki, that's your legendary decreased defense. Lots of epics here. A second Grunge could actually be kind of nice. He was really clutch in, again, one of the Cursed City stages. There were other options, but I would never have thought before double Grunge could be good. But like this stage was a pain in the butt with this spider putting out all the poisons, and he just had like no cleansers apart from Grunge. He was the only cleanser available, at least for me. So yeah, Grunge could be kind of maybe worth holding on to double Grunge, actually, just in case in the future, right? A cleanse for an epic is somewhat rare. So here we go. Fatalis. He's never been useful for me as of yet. See? Come on, Elisinia. Where are you? You know you want to appear. I don't think we've pulled any Mistrider Dahi so far, despite him being in the... Like, the 25x is really... You know, it's a small thing, but it's really not that big of a deal. Hitatsu's brilliant. Dark Athel, not brilliant. Hitatsu's really, really good, though. I mean, maybe there will be a spider stage in the Cursed City at some point, and Dark Athel will be the best champion for it. It'll be like epic only, undead hordes. Dark Athel. There you go. Hitatsu, though, is genuinely really good. He's super worth building. He's been pretty clutch for some stages. He brings you increased defense, healing. He does decent damage. Brings a leech. Legendary! It's Kasha Tharai. It is the previous. It's a legendary out of, nowhere near Mercy, really. But that's not a great one to get. We already have her. I mean, you could ultimately empower her. I think we've finished. No, actually, never mind. I take it back. It actually does help us towards Bannerlord. It's one of these I've finished. Oh, it's Sacred Order Barbarians. Yeah, we're kind of getting close for me to finishing Faction Guardians on the top end. Yeah, look, 10% more defense for Bannerlords is actually great. Bannerlords are really good. They're getting real good now. That's Rhonda. Doesn't have much defense, but it's nice. Staltus will love that. Rathalos, great. Timid, great. Helior, yes. Sigmund, solid. Asha's good. Raglan is good if I had her. Baron, again, it's not much defense, but it's something. Taris would love it. Marishka would love it. Quintus is okay as well, though I'm still a decent chunk off getting him. There's a good few. Like Sathalia is even decent, Killian, I almost said Cillian. What's wrong with me? Killian is very good for some Cursed City stuff. Lord Chamfort's good against Iron Twin. It's a good faction. It's a solid faction. So that is actually not too bad. Okay, I will take that. Again, Kaja for arena situations and stuff. She could be one that's worth empowering eventually down the line. Out of the ones I've got so far, that's a tricky one. Like maybe Helior scales really well with stats. So, with the blessing rebalance where you're getting all the stats from blessings is really going to benefit him. Maybe you'd empower Helior first, but Cash would be another consideration. Or alternatively, just wait for like a duplicate of something else. Like Rhonda probably probably more the damage, like Rhonda or Staltus, even Rathalos, Baron. These would be probably worth empowering before her, probably. But hey, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, let's go. We've summoned lots of champions. Yes, we have. Let's see where we're at in terms of our... Oh, Fusion Warm-Up event has appeared as well. What we need to do? Upgrade artifacts. There's 100 lunar points in here. Okay. Maybe, that's more than I thought there was going to be. I wonder how that affects things, or if it affects things. I'm not sure. We got 26 flips. Let's go. There's 5 Rathalos fragments. There's another 5. And we broke. I'm mostly hoping for these. We're getting Rathalos fragments like crazy. There we go. We got ourselves a chest. Let's go. Epic Skill Toe. Not a big deal, but it's something. There's the legendary. That's kind of nice to get early for most people. For me, I don't care. Oh, okay. Lots of Rathalos fragments. Maybe 3 greens. Yeah, 3 greens. Really hard to get 3 epics. 6-star epic Chaosaurus, not bad. That's a green, a green. Can we get another? No, we got a blue. Got a green. Another. Purple. There's the Immortal Soulstone. Oh, can we get? Nope. We had 2 purples in a row. That would have been nice. That's a blue, another blue. We've got 2 more flips. Green and a green. Okay. Well, we got some green chests. We got up to 2 epics, up to 2 blues a couple of times. And that is where we are at. Still need to go further. We need to go further in terms of our fragments. We have 62 Fatalis fragments. Not enough. Not enough. So let me actually clear up some space. We do have champion training. I'll get that done. Oh, actually full on those. Oh, actually full on the... Oh, we're actually in an awkward spot. This might take a while. This might actually take a while. Right, I will go grind some stuff out. I'll be back. Let's jump in. Do some campaign with Ethos. Let's go. I've been repurposing him as a campaigner. Let's throw in some 3-star guys. Here we go. These guys are almost up. Let's eat some 3-star food. I'll be gone for a bit, but I'll be a matter of moments for you. See you in a sec. Actually, you know what? While I'm farming this, guys, the other major point, again, I was thinking back on the video I've done so far, and I realized I forgot to finish the thought of whether this event is worth going for. And one thing to consider is, I mentioned not only the fusion, okay? But here's the other thing to consider. We have not only the upcoming fusion, it is certainly possible there is actually exactly a month until the 5th of March left on this Monster Hunter event. That's another 4 weeks, right? For them to do another major event for Monster Hunter. The big question I've seen a lot of people asking is, could there be a guaranteed event for the Archer, who is kind of the chase legendary, really, of the Monster Hunter thing? She's the best one. She's so strong for Hydra. It's certainly possible. There is a lot of time left. Again, when they told us, like, if you asked me 3 days ago, I would have said, yeah, no way, right? They told us when the Monster Hunter thing launched how we would get all these champions. And it's very clear. Fatalis, Blademaster. This Void Legendary is only from shards, and the Archer is from the summon pool, and those are the only ways to get them, apart from just regular shards and 15x events or whatever, 10x events. They've now come out again and given us Fatalis Blademaster guaranteed, which they specifically did not said we would not have, really, you know, which is very deceptive. I could easily see them doing a guaranteed for the Archer before this stuff ends. Like, if I was to bet, like, I suspect we'd probably see another 10x or 15x for featuring the Archer, or maybe even a summon pool featuring the Archer again in the next like 2 or 3 weeks. And then maybe for the very end of the Monster Hunter event, I could see them doing, let's say, an Alatreon style Heroes Path event would be my most likely guess. A really nasty Heroes Path event, either, again, big champion training and souls, maybe champ training souls, maybe with shards in there, but with really high points, probably even worse than Alatreon, because, again, she's more desirable than he is. But with, like, the 5-star soul in there, like a huge Kraken's Path, that would be my bet, right? And it ties in with the fusion, right? We've got the fusion on now. The fusion is starting this week. I think you've got time when that fusion ends to squeeze in a really horrible Heroes Path event before this Monster Hunter thing ends. I mean, even something they could do, and it could be interesting, they could do like an Uber Monster Hunter Path event where you have every single one of the legendaries in an absolutely ginormous path. Like, you can get 1 copy of each one again, and their souls, and it could require like 2 million points or something. A kind of pick your path thing. That's certainly possible as well. That'd be crazy. I think that'd be kind of funny, but it would be crazy. But I don't know. Maybe that's too much. But there's a decent chance. There's a greater than 0 chance that, yeah, we could see a guaranteed for the Archer. So you might want to save shards and skip Fatalis. She's certainly more useful than he is, than Blademaster, Fatalis Blademaster. Fatalis Blademaster, for me, by the way, he's likely to be kind of a fun champion to whip out, more so for live arena. But yeah, you know, he's going to be one of the better HP nukers on my account. Like, I'm probably going to put my Arx gear onto him and try it out. Arx is quite nice, but I think he could be really good as well. So yeah, that's sort of my plan. And feed it more of these. We're getting champ training done here, which is nice, actually. But yeah, like, he's kind of nice. But the Archer, on the other hand, is like easy lock-in to one of the Hydra teams. Like, no question. For the foreseeable future, like the next 1 to 2 years, probably, she would be absolutely a certain pick in at least one of my Hydra teams, and likely one of the higher ones, right? One of the better ones. She is that good as a provoker, as a hexer, even a good damage dealer, and really good healer in Hydra, especially. And obviously Curse City and all of that. So she is certainly really good. So that could be worth doing as well. Going, okay, I'll save my shards here, skip this event, be able to do the fusion without having to be inefficient. My resources, I'll be comfortable for the fusion. I'll have good resources. I will be prepared if they do an archer event. So we'll see, or I'll be prepared for, again, that's the theme of 2024 so far, is there have been kind of a non-stop flurry of events, both throughout fusions and between fusions, that are very good, right? Really, great. Well, let's put it like this way. They're very good rewards, but they are very expensive. High reward, high cost events are sort of the theme of 2024, and constant high reward, high cost. So yeah, again, if you're free to play, or if you just want to, even if you're a big spender, right, if you want to be efficient with how you're spending, it's not so easy. So picking and choosing a bit could be worthwhile. Anyway, obviously it's too late for me at this point. I've gone for this, but that is something that you might want to consider. Anyway, there we go. See you in another second. Done some of that. I thought it'd be kind of interesting. I actually forgot. I didn't see how many Fate lanterns I had before, but of course you're gonna get some artifacts and accessories, some Fate points here from doing champ training and campaign, right? Because you do get some drops. I wish I tracked that and could tell you how much I got. I forgot. In terms of champion training, again, I've been doing this for a few minutes now. At this point, we got some stuff. So we got few of the rewards. What, 1,500 points, probably, roughly, something like that. Not too bad. We're getting there. I will say this champ training event, this is more like it. Honestly, this is a much better event. Like, yeah, the points are really high, but you're getting really good rewards along the way. Like, small essence is nice. The lunar points there, like the lesser oil is great. Chaos dust in here, void shard, 10 small essence is great. 3 chaos superior oil. Like, there's really nice stuff in here. The primal, the immortal. I don't know. Maybe I will actually grind that out kind of hard. I don't know. Like, maybe we go kind of harder on that. Does that make sense to try get some more points? I'm not sure. Also, I thought we'll pull some ancients in a second. I thought this was funny. I actually came second in the champion chase, which shows you a lot of people are not doing these events, which is probably the smarter call. Yeah, I actually came second, getting this much. We got one guy got everything, but this was it. This was it in the champion chase. This is the one that I believe would have a... Was this the one with Harima Soul? No, I think this was maybe just the weekend event. Maybe it was the one with Harima. I don't know. But, like, I mean, a lot of people got some points, but yeah, only 3 of us here actually got the full thing. So I just got some multi-battles, and hey, great for me. I'm happy enough with that. But yeah, right, let's go. We've pulled probably 40 more ancient shards. I can't remember how many I said we'd pull. Let's see what we get. I do like that it doesn't spoil the quality of the champions we're going to get. That's kind of nice. Epic. There's the Mistrider Dahi. Okay, cool. Not too bad. Probably worth holding on to a couple of copies of him as well. He is so strong for Curse City. Seneschal, I built him for Curse City actually now. I haven't used him yet. I've been building a lot of champions with all these champ training events. It's been fairly non-stop, fairly relentless. Let's see, here we go. Looks like a lot of nothing. And let's do one more. Then we'll double check where we're at. Yeah, again, I've got so many ancient shards, I don't really mind doing this, and ancient shards aren't super valuable for stuff anyway. Like, it's probably worth keeping 200 in the bank for another guaranteed. So if they continue on this way, it could get rough. So we got 5 flips here. Gets us most of the way. Oh, there we go. 3 greens. That's good. We get some brews. I actually like brews. Brews are fine. Fatalis fragments. Blue one. Epic one. I think all the epics are gone. Another blue. And there we go. I think we do one more 10 pop of ancients just to get that done. I think we're still way short. Yeah, we're still way short. Let's do another 10 pop of ancients. Yes, my champion training stuff is full. Or my champ storage is full. Pause. Right, I got lazy and I did that one with just brews, which is bad. I should be doing it in campaign at this point. And here we go. Epic Crimson Helm, Neldor. He's really good. I've got him, but he's a great one to have. Probably worth holding on to 2 Neldors as well, actually. That's probably worthwhile. And there we go. Listen, yeah, continues to elude me. Lady Mikage will not be mine today, which is rather depressing. But there it is. Actually, we should hold on to some of these. I need to remember to hold on to these so we could fuse up. Just avoid rare, but still we can start working towards him. Unfortunately, didn't get any of these ones. You can get them from campaign, I think, these two. But prefer to pull them. Anyway, need to hold on to those as well. Let's do our, not this one. Oh, we did get an Eternal Soulstone, though. That's nice. Or coins, I should say. Another pip in champ training from that. Beating up the bruise gave me a lot, actually. And let's go. One more flip here. Oh, we got another blue. Okay. 2 blues in a row. We could count up how many are left. We've got some sort of chance. Yeah, the rest, I'm just going to slow grind this one with Dungeon Divers. And then, like I said, I'll probably just finish it off with my Ancient Shards. And yeah, at the end of it, we'll have ripped through actually a lot of stuff for this. Like, is this worth it? Probably not. Probably not. We've got Ice Golem Tournament. I don't know. I don't think there's Dungeon Divers. Let me check. Okay, so on Plarium Play, at least insofar as they publish events on here, of course, they sometimes don't, right? They won't show you events until they actually start. I don't see any Dungeon Divers here. We just have Ice Golem in isolation. So, of course, we've got our Lunar Points and these things, but that's sort of it. Okay. That is sort of it. All right, grand. So I think I'm pretty good to just sort of hard farm Ice Golem and just get that done today. At least to get the 2,000 points out of it. And that will give us some points for the Deck of Fate. Will take us some of the way. Then actually, maybe I'll just go do champ training. Actually, the next while of champ training, because the rewards are pretty good. But I should mostly be focused on just getting food up. So what I mean in particular for that is just making like 3-star level 1 or 4-star level 1 food and having food champions stored up so you can efficiently level them for quick champion training points, because there's going to be champ training in the fusion, probably more events after that. Yeah, this has been a thing. Like, I don't know. Would I recommend this Lunar Deck of Fate to you guys? Like, yes and no. Like, I'll say, like, the reason I'm doing it, like, I wouldn't do it if I thought it was absolutely worthless. Like, I don't know. Like, if you have a good chunk of shards and you're interested in Fatalis Blademaster, then okay, sure. You know, I think everyone knows he's not an amazing champion by any means, but he's okay. I'm going to have some fun with him. It's okay. I had 400 Ancients saved up. I don't mind too much. But it's definitely not a champion you need. Like, you can skip this guy and you're going to be fine. I do think it's pretty unlikely, after him being in a guaranteed now especially, that he's going to be buffed. I think it's unlikely. So I think you're getting what you think you're going to get. And he's okay, but really not game-changing in a big way. So I'm kind of happy to get him because I like collecting the champs. I like having the variety. But for you, might well not be worth it because it's very expensive. That's sort of the... Yeah, that's sort of what I'll end on here. It's very expensive for most of you. It's probably not worth it. You're probably better off. I would absolutely take the fusion over this event. The fusion should be less costly than this, and she should be more useful overall. I think she will be better for most people than Fatalis Blademaster would be. Yeah, that's sort of my... Yeah, I would definitely be still prioritizing fusions. These Titan events in the future, though, guys, dear Lord, these Titan events are absolutely horrendous. Titan events are really rough. I'm saving these multi-battles for when, like, permanent super raids come. I'm trying to hold on to multi-battles and stuff so I can leave the game running and really farm up a bunch of, like, Sand Devil. But yeah, let me know, though. Hey, look, we walked away. For me, it actually worked out okay. We walked away with a second Kaja the Rai, which is a bit of Faction Guardians. Actually, I need to remember, the Newt is actually a bit of Faction Guardians as well. A bit of attack for my for the Trunda that I don't have in Dwarf. So my Trunda that's sitting somewhere in the portal, non-existing, got a bit more attack. To be fair, a bit more attack on Brogni is okay, though his attack is so low, it's not really anything, is it? Attack on Herndig is decent. That's kind of it for this faction. I mean, Mountain King scales a bit off of attack. It's really all about Trunda with that attack. But hey, we'll take it. It's a step in the Dwarf Faction Guardians. It's a step for us as well in the Bannerlords, getting very close to that 10 extra speed, which is very juicy. But of course, hey, the biggest impact for me is that Newt. And Like, I have an absolute monstrous amount. I've never had it like this. Because I built basically everything I have. I have so many new legendaries now to build. In the last few days, we are overwhelmed with new legendaries. It is actually kind of insane. All the things we've got. How would I prioritize these? Probably Newt is number one. Vassal's pretty good priority just for the end of Cursed City. This just to get an extra floor done. He could be worth doing now. Dina would be nice. Though again, damage dealers for Arena, you really want them awakened, don't you? I guess we're gonna get the 5-star for Zenogre, so we should really get her up at some point. I don't know. We'll work on all of them. We got lots of Legos to power up anyway. We certainly don't have enough bucks for them, that's for sure. But hey, at least champion training for the next while becomes kind of fun again because we actually have stuff to champ train, which is often a problem for me. Just nothing actually good. It's like, oh, level an epic for the sake of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Oh god, this was a long one. There was a lot to talk about. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.